Page 11, Green Pastures. Nice, pleasant piece with a lot of broken chords or so forth. Well, look it over. It's 2 pages long. Treble bass clef, 2 flats in the key signature, so it's either in B flat major or G minor. If we look at the end at the bottom of page 12, you'll see it's here. It's ending here. That's like neither. It's B flat or G minor. It sounds more major than minor, so I'm guessing it's B flat major here. Here, even though it's ending on a D, it's ending on the 3rd. I'm guessing it's I mean, it could be in a mode for all I know, but do the scales in our pages for B flat major and G minor. That's what I'm after. 4/4 time signature and a lot of broken chord, 8th notes in the right hand is just here. You say, is that a broken chord? Yes, it is. It's a 7th chord here. Just we're not using the D here. So 1 and 2 and 1. And again, you're going to let your wrist do whatever. 1 and. Sounds like the melody must be in the other hand then, because this sure ain't no melody. Now you get down to the last line on page 11, 1 and 2. The left hand does the half note. Don't know why. I mean, the right hand could do it. Just reach up and you're there, but they want the left hand to do it. Okay, fine. The last line on page 12, it's 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2, 4, and then the right hand does the last notes of D. And you should know that's a D. It's right above the 2nd ledger line. Left hand, well, all right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. With the left hand, except the bottom, the last line on page, you're doing both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So the top note changes, but the bottom note seems to be F. Okay. Put the hands together. Let's see what we get. And I might hesitate for now, but that's okay. I just want to see it. Then the last line on page 11 here, connect them all the way through here. Hold that down as long as you can. You have to lift up to move, but don't play it like an 8th note. It's a... Hold it down as long as you can. I know the pedal is going to take care of things, but we want to do this with the fingers if possible. So don't play it like an 8th note. Don't get in the habit of, well, the pedal will take care of it. I'm not going to worry about it. Try and do it with the fingers. Hold this down as best you can. Here. Get rid of the hesitations. I know what the hesitations are gone, then the articulation, and this is very connected. You're lifting up for the phrasing about every 2 measures or so in the left hand. The right hand, you're just playing it. Just make sure you lift up for the rest. Then the dynamics apply to the melody, mezzo piano, and that's the left hand. This, very soft, very light here. Just make sure the left hand comes out. We want to hear the melody. Speed. Well, they have legato e dolce. That's articulation and interpretation. Legato means connected. We already did. Dolce means sweetly. Think sweetly as you're playing it. It's not like it's a toe tapper party piece or a march or something. It's just a very gentle thing you could listen to at night to put you to sleep. And andante, well, that's the feel. Andante is like, to me, it's a leisure stroll. To moderato is like 1, 2. You're walking someplace. 2, 3. This is just it's like just a stroll. You're walking, but you're not really going anywhere. Just 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. There. Because slow is 1, 2. Well, that's slow. That's too slow. Now at the bottom of page 12, you get a retard last 2 minutes. You're going to slow down. Yeah. 1, then you slow it down. And that last note with the fermata, just let that die away. Now they've added pedal. Well, let's see what we can do with the pedal. They're pedaling it all. They'll smear it all together. It looks like they're changing it with every measure. You get down to the third line on page 11. In the middle, it says pedal simile. That means keep pedaling the same way you've been pedaling, which means legato pedal throughout and change on every measure. Then it changes at the end. They give you another pedaling for the end. Okay. So the notes first and then the pedal. And I'm going to change the pedal after I play the note in the left hand, so it overlaps just a little bit. So at the beginning, pedal first, and the note first, then the pedal. And it's pedal that way throughout. And that's fine. I don't like smearing the melody up that much, but it's all right. It doesn't last that long. We can tolerate it, I guess. You want it kind of a green pastures with a breeze flowing across the ground and the grass is waving or whatever, gently. Okay, it's not a storm, it's gently. Now we have this page turn to deal with. At the bottom of page 11 here. And then, because both hands are busy. So what do you do? If you're not going to memorize it, what do you do? Well, in this case, we can relieve the left hand at the bottom, the last measure on page 11. Instead of playing that with left hand, go ahead and play it with the right hand. That frees the left hand up to turn the page right quick. You'll have to let go of this a little early to get there because you need time to turn the page. Just reach up and play it here. This way you can go ahead and turn the page there. And that's my only suggestion I'd have if you're not going to memorize it. 1, 2. And a technique you can use with the pedal at the end if you want. You have this note, all this going at the end because you held the pedal down for 2 measures. What you do is you let the key up, keep your hand on the key, just let the key up, and then slowly raise the pedal. Slowly let the damper slowly touch the strings and the sound slowly dies away. It should work okay. You shouldn't buzz too much. If you have an electronic keyboard, some do and some don't do this. If your keyboard won't do it, then simply reach up and turn the volume down slowly. You want the sound to die away. You don't care how it happens. Yeah.